I want to thank all of y'all for coming out. I want to take this opportunity to apologize for my comments I made to the media after the shooting death of St. Gabriel Captain Devon Booty in July. The comments were based on information about Officer Booty that was unsustained at the time I made those comments. Since then, I've learned that those were untrue, and comments were from the defendant. I want to publicly apologize to the Booty family, the St. Gabriel Police Chief, as well as his whole department, and the citizens of St. Gabriel for these comments. I should have not shared unsustained information with the media or the public. I've met privately with the Booty family and some of the police department, and I want to make that a public apology to the residents also of St. Gabriel. I've learned to watch my words more closely, and I also want to say that I appreciate the Booty family and the police department for taking time to meet with me, and I hope that they take my sincere apology and know that I've learned from this incident, and I hope that they would accept my apology for this. Thank you.
Sheriff, I do have a question. I know that this is kind of like a rare occurrence for a sheriff to publicly apologize for a comment. Why did you feel as if that this was necessary today?
I didn't want to say anything until after the grand jury had done its case. I did not want any of my words to affect the case any more than they already have. And it's just something that's been on my heart. That, let me tell you, when the words came out of my mouth that day, I wish I could have put them back. But after we looked into this case, we investigated every possible angle that we could, and I learned that these words could not be, was not true and could not be sustained. It was on my heart to do it. I contacted the chief, and he and his family were gracious enough to come out and meet with me. We met with him today, and I asked what I could do to right this wrong, and this was one of the suggestions, and I immediately called y'all to come here.
I do want to ask you all are here. After hearing the sheriff's apology, is this something that you all are willing to accept?
Yes, we are certainly willing to accept it because we trust and believe that God is in every aspect of this matter. And so if we don't forgive the sheriff, then what are we if we say we believe in God? So if God forgives him and he's made his peace with God, then who are we not to forgive him? And I don't know what more my husband wants to say.
Basically, I basically just want to say that we're certainly pleased with this apology. I think, and certainly for all practical purposes, it was necessary that in as much as he made these derogatory statements publicly, that he would denounce them publicly.
Some in the community may feel like, or said, comments saying that he feel like it's a little too late. Anything the family would like to say to the community to be forgiven of the sheriff, or anything the sheriff would like to say to the community on that?
Well, I'm asking them to please forgive, and the timing is such that I did not want to further do anything to upset this case. That's so I waited till after the grand jury. I'm asking the public to find in their heart is something that I felt I had to do, and these people do not deserve to be looked down when they walk into a business to be questioned about Captain Booty, and I wanted to right that wrong. I made those comments even before they had buried the captain. That was wrong. I've learned from my mistake, and I'm asking that they accept my apology, my sincere apology to the family. And I want to make sure that whenever they walk in anywhere, they can keep their head high. And Booty was that kind of guy. He always had a smile, and I know better, and I should have known better.
Chief, is there anything that you would like to say?
Yes, sir. As I spoke with the sheriff this morning and his family, and I told him, I said, it takes a strong person to apologize, but it takes even a stronger person to forgive. The fact that the sheriff would come and apologize for the statements he made during that time is just a test of his character and who he is. But most important, me and the sheriff have a stressful job. We're both capable of making mistakes. And at the end of the day, our job is to protect and serve the people that we took oath to protect. And I accept his apology on behalf of me, my department, and Devin's family. It takes courage to do what he did. To come forward when you're wrong and omitted. And I say that's a test of his character and who he is. I've known him a long time. Never been nobody that was hateful or do anything to hurt anybody. Like he just misspoke on that morning, and we're here today to clarify that. And I think the people in the community, if you talk to some of the people here, they'll echo the same thing that I'm saying.
Sheriff, where does the investigation stand now?
The investigation is ongoing. The case has been indicted, and it will proceed through its normal channels. Tony Clayton will prosecute it to the fullest extent of the law.
And we also saw that you said that he wasn't cooperating no more. Could you elaborate a little bit on that?
Who's cooperating?
Mitchell?
No,
He wasn't cooperating?
I'm not talking for Mitchell. I'm here. I've done enough talking with what Mitchell told me. I'm standing with the family, with the police, to prosecute this thing to the fullest extent of the law. And I want to make sure that everybody who works over here at St. Gabriel PD, this is at night. The chief people have the sheriff's office to back them up. The sheriff's office has St. Gabriel PD to back us up, and I want to make sure that commitment is solid, and it always has been solid. And I want to make sure that we find out. I will be reaching out to every St. Gabriel PD person to talk to them privately about this. Thank y'all for coming out. Thank this family. They've been through enough, and I hope we can put this thing behind us, and we can convict this man and send him to the place he needs to be. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sure.